Hello everyone, and welcome back to Historic Subjects. With Christmas round the corner, I wanted to dive into something a little more festive. So sit back, relax, and let's have a look at the Christmas Truce of 1914, when soldiers from both sides of the Great War came together to celebrate Christmas. The First World War began in the summer of 1914, and by the December of 1914, both the Allied forces and the Central forces had created a massive stretch of trenches from the North Sea to Switzerland on the Western Front. Soldiers from both sides endured freezing temperatures and dank conditions, as well as with all wars, the constant threat of death. But as Christmas approached, something remarkable happened. In some areas of the front lines, British, French and German soldiers decided for a short period to lay down their weapons and see each other as friends. Imagine that it's a dark and freezing cold night in December, you've had little to no sleep for the past few months, and then you hear the sound of Christmas carols drift across no man's land. You and your fellow soldiers realise the singing is coming from the enemy trenches, and decide to join in the festivities. For a brief moment, the battlefield is filled with not gunfire, but the language of song. First-hand accounts of the Christmas truces appear in diaries, letters and memoirs, one of which being British machine gunner Bruce Bairnsfather, who recalled the event in his memoirs. This extract from the History.com website will give you some idea of how it felt to be there that night. At about 10 PM, Bairnsfather noticed a noise. I listened, he recalled. Away across the field, among the dark shadows beyond, I could hear the murmur of voices. He turned to his fellow soldier in the trench and said, "Do you hear the botchers kicking up that racket over there?" Botchers was a term the English used in World War I to describe the Germans. "Yes," came the reply. "They've been at it some time." The Germans were singing carols, as it was Christmas Eve. In the darkness, some of the British soldiers began to sing back. Suddenly, Bairnsfather recalled, we heard a confused shouting coming from the other side. We all stopped to listen. The shout came again. The voice was from an enemy soldier speaking in English with a strong German accent. He was saying, "Come over here." One of the British sergeants answered, "You come halfway, I come halfway." Soldiers from both sides would cautiously emerge from their trenches and head over the barbed wire-filled no man's land to meet face to face with the enemy soldiers, where they enthusiastically greeted each other by shaking hands and exchanging pleasantries. The men then shared songs, tobacco and alcohol as if they were lifelong friends. Here they were, the actual practical soldiers of the German army. There was not an atom of hate on either side, Bairnsfather recalls. In other parts of the front lines, it wasn't just gifts and pleasantries that were exchanged, but football matches or just general kickabouts also broke out between the men. A British soldier named Ernie Williams recalled that, "The ball appeared from somewhere, I don't know where. They made up some goals and one fellow went in the goal, and then it was just a general kickabout. I should think there were about a couple of hundred taking part." In some sections of the front lines, the truce lasted for approximately 2 to 3 days. But in others, a truce never happened, and the fighting unfortunately continued. It is impossible to know how many soldiers actually took part in these informal festive gatherings, as the truces were small scale, and were never sanctioned by the commanding officers of either side. Not everyone was happy with these Christmas truces, especially the high command of either forces. Some soldiers were punished for fraternising with the enemy, and their superiors issued orders to ensure it would never happen again. And it wasn't just the commanding officers that were unhappy about these ceasefires. One German soldier criticised his fellow soldiers during the Christmas truces, saying, "Such a thing should not happen in wartime. Have you no German sense of honour left?" This 25-year-old soldier's name was Adolf Hitler. No other Christmas truces occurred during the First World War, and the war went on for 4 more years, claiming approximately 15 million lives. But for a short while, humanity was found in the darkest depths of hell. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Please don't forget to hit the like button and leave your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. At the end of this video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me over the past year. It's very much appreciated. Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you all next time.